What is up, dudes? It's Reala coming back at ya with Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, okay. It's been a while since I played this game. I've been kind of busy the last couple days. Coming home from the holidays and everything. For the holidays, whatever. But when we left off, a certain someone was going to be coming to our house to spend some time. Yuri's coming over to our house. It's already Sunday. Oh my gosh. The suspense. Excuse my voice, I'm still a little bit under the weather. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to move around a little bit I'm on the floor. I'm back home now, so I don't have a desk. So I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Just thinking about her just makes me all tingly. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. So who knows how intimate it will get up in here. There's no doubt that she'll open up a bit when it's just the two of us. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. Okay. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. You know, like you do as friends. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Just diving into her brain and learning all those sweet little secrets. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. Okay, I'm really freaking worried about Sayori. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. I have a bad feeling that Sayori is really depressed and won't tell me about it. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Oh my gosh, don't make me feel bad. I'm going for Yuri right now. That's the only reason why I made that decision. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Okay. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. We used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. And her parents don't even care. The house is quiet. Okay, I'm scared. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Reala!
Oh my gosh, guys. This music and her cute outfit. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. What have you been doing, girl? There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? It's so weird to see someone who's so cheerful. It hurts even more to see someone who's so cheerful and so bubbly be sad, you know what I mean? Odie, don't. Sorry, my dog's here.
I guess you're right.
Oh no, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Sorry, I might get mixed up. I'm a little bit distracted. Not much has really changed, has it? You still got the old moo-moo and everything. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. Just the way I like it. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. They're really adorable. I really like that cow.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Have you been stalking me again? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me.
Why is Monica talking about it?
It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
So that answers my question, I guess? But I feel like they're a little bit jelly. I guess that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then.
Yup.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna cry. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. You can tell, even though I'm not necessarily going for her romantically, that my character still really cares about, like, Sayori and everything. I mean, they've been friends forever. So even if she is kind of annoying, like, she's like an annoying little sister. Like, you really care about her. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiled, shaking her head.
That's no good, Riala.
Eh? I'm Canadian, though.
Why can't it just be like it's always been?
What do you mean?
This is all my fault.
What? Oh my gosh, guys.
If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings.
How did you express your feelings?
If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all.
You don't have to be afraid to express your feelings with me. I'm your friend. Girl, you need to learn how to treat yourself better.
You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish.
Honey, you're no way selfish. You're just the opposite.
I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. I love you. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Riala. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this.
Depressed on the inside? And pretending to be fine?
You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Riala? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life.
Oh, I knew it. Oh my gosh, I feel so sad because she's so happy around other people. But she's just masking what's really going on.
Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day?
See, I knew that was why. Because he talked about how... I was thinking about it later. He talked about how... I've been, like, in some deep thought about this kid lately. Like, how nowadays she always wakes up late. Like, she sleeps in way too much. And, that kind of is a sign of depression, like, sleeping too much. And, stuff like that has, like, led me to believe...
Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am?
You're not worthless, honey. You're beautiful. And you are sweet and kind, and you... The club yesterday was a lot worse without you. This is really hitting me in the feels.
Why go to school? Why eat?
Oh, sweetheart.
Why make friends?
Maybe that's why she's always hungry, because she's not eating when she should. Sorry, 1 second.
You get your bubble? Honey, why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. Honey, oh my gosh. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Like, it would make you feel really bad as a friend to know that this is someone that you know really well, and this whole time they've hidden this from you. Like it would feel like you should have picked up on the signs. Like, you should have known about this a long time ago, and you should have been there for them. And I feel bad because I feel like this guy in particular, like, I can tell that she likes him, and he's always being mean to her. So, like, what if, like, he makes her feel even more worthless just by doing that? Like, because when someone that you like is always criticizing everything you do, that's gonna make you feel like you don't really mean much. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Eh?
I feel bad making jokes at this point, because this is really serious. Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Okay, yeah, make it about you. Make it about you, jerk. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. That's what friends are for, sweetheart. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand it all, Ria. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. It's important for someone to care about you. I don't want to be cared about.
Oh, sweetheart. I totally know how she feels, though. Because when you get to that point, when you're in such a deep depression, you really don't want people to waste their energy on you.
It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Honey.
You're right that I don't understand. I do. I understand you, Sayori. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. Really, no one could ever understand your specific feelings, but there are people out there who have had similar experiences to what you're feeling, and I know that I have. It's so funny, like, I'm talking to this computer character, but whoever wrote this obviously has had an experience with how it feels, and that's why they're putting this into the game, like, you know, to express. I mean, sorry, I'm getting really, really emotional and attached. But I don't need to understand. That's true, you don't need to understand to be able to help someone. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. And I will say it's better for someone who does understand, and I will definitely say something that really bothered me when I was depressed. If you don't understand, don't act like you do. Because there's so many people who will try to say, like, you know, oh, everyone has those problems, or, you know, they try to act like your problems in depression aren't a big deal because it's something that happens to everyone. And that just makes you feel worse about yourself. Because it's like, why am I making a big deal out of this? Like, when it happened, it just kind of makes you... And then part of it just kind of makes you angry. Like, because that person's making you feel like you're not allowed to have these feelings. Or you're not... There's nothing unique about what's happening to you, and you feel like there is. And it's true that everyone's situation is different, and everyone's feelings are gonna come from a unique place and be unique in their own way. And some people have similar feelings, but you can never truly understand another person unless you've been inside their shoes, really. Unless you've really been inside their mind and really understand how they work. You can never truly understand. So the best that you can do is say that, hey, I don't understand what you're going through, but I'm here to do whatever I can to help, and I want you to know that you matter to me. That's the best thing that you can do, is let them know that somebody does care about them, and that if they were to leave, someone would be hurt. Because I think one of the greatest ways, one of the biggest things that has helped me to get through feelings like that, where I feel like I just want it to be done, is remembering that I can't be selfish, because even though sometimes it feels like there's nobody, something I always tell myself when I start to feel that way is, I have a mom. And that's not true for everyone, but you can say that you have somebody, because I don't think you'd be able to survive this far if you don't have somebody who cares about you. And there's always someone. So I want you, if you experience feelings like that, whoever may be watching, I don't know, nobody really watches these right now, but eventually if someone does come across this and you are experiencing feelings like that, find some, pick that person in your head who you know cares about you, no matter how much you want to say that they don't. And whenever you start to have those feelings, say, I have that person, and if I left, they would die. And choose to think about somebody else, because that's the best thing you can do in that situation, is think about someone else. Because the more you think about yourself and how bad you're feeling and how hard everything is, the more you dwell on those things inside of your own head, the worse it's gonna get. That's my advice. Sorry, I'm a little teary-eyed right now, but we're gonna keep going. That's what I'll do.
No, Riala. There's nothing. Nothing at all.
There is something.
The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
You're not a horrible person for feeling this way. Tears streaked down Sayori's face, and they're streaking down mine too.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too.
Odie, don't.
I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments.
Kind of what I talked about. There is a sort of selfishness in being depressed. But you have to understand that now there are feelings that you can't control, as if you take a hold of your thoughts and tell yourself that what's true. And that's the best thing. For me, I usually I like to read from the Psalms in the Bible and remind myself what's true. Because no matter who you are, Even if you feel like you have nobody here, you are worth something to God, otherwise you wouldn't exist. And you are worth enough to him for him to go to the trouble of becoming human and dying for you. And that is the truth that you have to remember. You have to remember that you might make these mistakes, and it's true that you might be being selfish, but you can't beat yourself up. You can't try and punish yourself. It's not the way to go about it. The best thing you can do is tell God how you're feeling. Tell someone you love how you're feeling. And think about those who do care about you. Something that my counselors, my one counselor in particular, the one I go to right now, something that she encourages me to do is I make a list every day of one good thing that happened to me, and then on days when I feel really bad, I can look back, like when it feels like God doesn't love me, he's not paying attention, he doesn't care, I can look back at those moments and I can say, that's wrong, because he showed me he loves me in so many ways, because God has really shown his sovereignty in my life, and if it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be able to get by. And so yeah, there's my 2 cents again. Sorry, this is just a really personal subject for me.
Because I deserve every last one.
Sorry, I'm getting really emotional. Okay. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Rila.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Rila.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Rila.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I'm caring. It's the best thing that you can do. Oh. It's really hard for a depressed person to accept help. Especially because most times they think they don't deserve it. But please, if you are feeling that way, please get help. Please accept help from those who are reaching out to you. Don't lock yourself up inside yourself. Because obviously if you're depressed, that's going to be a really dark place. And if you continue to let yourself be trapped in there, you're never going to get out. I just really don't want anyone to, I just want everyone to know that they are worth They're worth something. You know, sometimes I really just wish I could speak to every individual person in this world and just tell them how valuable they are. Especially how valuable they are to God. Because, I mean, God created you, and He died and suffered so that you, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, you could hate God. And He still loves you enough to pay the penalty for your sin. You know, and I've rejected Him a lot in my life. And I've pushed Him away. And I've told Him that He was cruel. And that I didn't want to have any part of Him if this was how it was gonna be, but He just continually showed me mercy. And He brought me to a place of peace and told me that He loved me so much that He wanted to adopt me as His daughter, someone who hated Him. And He didn't care about everything that I'd done. He still showed me absolute unconditional love. And it's amazing to me that I can have a father like that, because in real life my father hasn't exactly been a real good example of what a father should be. He hasn't exactly been there when I needed him. And he's hurt me in more ways than one. But knowing that I have a Father in heaven who could never fail me, who never does, it's the best thing in the world. And I really truly, I encourage anyone who might come across this to please just really read your Bible, look into it, because it is the greatest thing that could ever happen to you. It's the one thing you really need in life, is to have that relationship with God. It is life-changing, and it is like Jesus died for you. Like you and I, all of us, we have done so much to deserve to go to hell. We honestly don't even deserve to be alive right now. But God doesn't care about that. He says that you don't have to be good enough, because I love you just the way you are. That's really the best kind of love that you can give. I'm sorry I've been talking for such a long time. I really need to let this out because it's so important. And if anyone comes across this video, like, they need to hear this. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done, you could be on death row for all I care. You're probably not watching this if you are, but God loves you just the way you are, and all you have to do is come to Him and say that you want Him in your life and that you're sorry for the way you've been living. All you have to do is humble yourself before Him. That's all it takes. Anyway, let's keep going with the game. Oh, my voice is terrible now because I'm crying and I'm sick. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, my headphone fell out. Okay, let's go. We can do this. I don't know how funny this episode is gonna be. Because I cannot think of any way to joke about stuff like this. It's just way too serious. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Ria. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm in pain. I know that feeling. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. I'm gonna save real fast, guys. How long have I even been playing? It feels like I've been playing a century. Let me look. It's been 30 minutes. Okay, I may actually go ahead and stop this episode here. It's one of the more somber ones, but I think this is a good place to end this particular one. This is gonna be like a more important, serious episode. For whoever may come across this, just remember what I said. No matter who you are loved. You have value. I mean, God values you enough to die for you. Even though you don't deserve it. So please, please, remember that. Dwell on truth, and the truth of the people who love you, the God that loves you, the real value that you have to this world. And, don't dwell on the dark things inside, don't dwell on the lies that the devil will try to tell you. Don't dwell inside your own flesh, because there's freedom on the other side, and it is amazing to know that You don't have to be afraid, and that even on days when it feels like you're worthless, you can remember that you're not. That's the best way I can say it. I'm not really good with words. Alright. Well, thank you for continuing this journey with me. I'm excited to see where things go next. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're interested. And I'll see you later. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.